Hello, Talk Funders. We're back again for the backstory. We're here with Michele from Divorce Diaries, who are live on GoFundMe. Hello, Michele. How are you?
Hi, Alan. I'm good.
Michele, just running on from the main interview, I thought it'd be really good for the Talk Funders to really find out a bit more of your backstory, which is, so, given the circumstances and the backstory, it's full of humor and life, basically. I think the first thing we'll look at is basically your YouTube channel. So whenever the Talk Funders come to your GoFundMe page and look out for Divorce Diaries, and I'll have the links in the description below, if they scroll down, you'll find a YouTube link here, which is take a listen to where your donation goes. So, and I've clicked on this already and it brings it up to here. So yeah. There was one immediate video which I thought was really good to explain your GoFundMe page, which is this latest one here, which is put up 3 days ago. It's about our GoFundMe, which I think I really recommend. And just in the off camera, you were saying that there was another playlist which you'd like to recommend people to watch.
Yeah, the unscripted playlist where you'll see the unscripted series. I have a couple of different, and look, I'm still learning the process of the journey of social media, but Divorce Diaries Unscripted is a series I created based off my content every day on social media. And it's basically what the show is. The scripted series will be a little bit more refined, obviously scripted version of the unscripted series, which is following my life as a single mom.
So if just so everybody knows, whenever they click through on that link on your GoFundMe page, you'll come through to here, and this is your intro. And in one sense, this is a good thing for us to be aware of. This is actually you. I think this is really good. This Divorce Diaries just hasn't just started in the last 5 days. It's actually been five years of live performances, and your trailer, your YouTube channel trailer really highlights it, because it's basically you doing a live performance. And this one's on Italians originated bipolar disorder, which I'm sure is very, very humorous.
Yes, we did. 1 minute we're happy, the next minute you brought us the wrong bread from the wrong bakery, because he called my father by the wrong name in first grade, and his mother is related to my grandmother's sister, who told my dad one time that, he doesn't know how to throw a baseball. So no way.
And then, so we go on to that, and then the video which I've highlighted for the GoFundMe page, which is just a 48-second one. But I did find the playlist, what you were referring to. So basically, let's just look. These are your different playlists that you've created over the last few years, which really highlights your performance, basically history. And the one that you wanted to highlight is at the bottom level of the playlist, and it's called Divorce Diaries Unscripted, and it has 13 videos in that playlist. And sorry, you were saying that this is, shall I call it a rough cut, and then you're basically now going to refine this as part of the TV pilot, which is why you're raising the funds on GoFundMe. Is that correct?
That is correct. So I think that with everybody who just starts a business or starts a creative idea, this is actually what the show is about. You can hear it. It's like, what's funny about divorce, my life as an actor, then a teacher, and then here I am performing, and then you get to meet my parents right here. You'll see my actual father. That's my best friend, Doug, who's in the pilot, and he follows me around with the camera. And I had to move back home. There's my dad and my daughter. When we moved back home, there's my puppet, me teaching from home now. And also the guys I date, those are the guys I date that I do in the show. And I'm trying to make it again as a performer. I stopped acting when I was in my mid-20s because I was getting divorced. Excuse me. Oh, wow. I already gave that away. I stopped acting because I was getting married. I thought I had a shift, and I ended up being very unhappy from that. And then once I got divorced, I just started the road back to performing again full time. And I also had this really amazing job teaching theater to children who needed the arts to help them process and grow. And amidst all of that stuff, I was trying to save money and fight bankruptcy because of divorce. I had a chaotic home with my family. I love them, but there was my grandmother, my parents, my twin brother, my handicapped dog. My daughter had speech delays. She was getting tested for autism. it was insane. And my ex-husband was like dealing with his own stuff that we had to kind of walk around eggshells around each other. So it started then, 2015, and then I consistently tried to write and perform these excerpts of my life. And then when I went back to comedy, I just started doing it as this one-woman show that highlighted the jokes of my life. I shouldn't say the jokes, the situations that were comical of my life.
So the material is really a reflection of basically your life, your domestic situations, your work situations,
yeah.
etc.
As you can see, that's the pool that we have, and that's our Newtown pool in my backyard. So yes, it's reflective of my day-to-day routine in a lens of you can't make this stuff up, right? Like, you ever been in a situation, Alan, where you scratch your head and like, is there a camera watching this so that someone can agree with me like this? You can't make this up. That's what I want people to get when they watch the show. You know, a little bit different from The Office, whereas we watch The Office and we're like, oh, I can do that in the office. That happened to me all the time at work. But these moments that she has, everyone's like, oh, that happens to me all the time. And I say that, like, you can't make this up. And you're watching it in the seat and you're like, oh my God.
Okay, so thank you for that. And let's just go back to the GoFundMe page. The other element you were talking about is you actually work professionally in teaching children with special needs, and you have a lovely puppet who is called Tessa, is it?
So this is Tessa. I don't like being referred to as a puppet. I miss puppets.
Sorry.
Okay, and I help Michelle. Okay, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. She helps me. Tessa has been a great help when I teach children, especially in self-contained, because it opens up the room as like for my own daughter, it was sensory, right? Like they can hug her. I can also teach kids social emotional skills where it's like hands and feet to herself. So we can wave to Tessa, right? And Tessa can teach them skills, even adults. Okay. I use Tessa with my middle school children too. And just to kind of get them refocused and redirected, and sometimes just laugh, right? Laugh? They better not be laughing at me. You're the one who still can't find a boyfriend. 6 years. Oh boy. That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll sit over here now.
Okay. And then what you've done is, in bringing it back onto your GoFundMe, is that you've got your writing ability, and this is why you're raising funds for your TV pilot, but also for in terms of donations, we looked at in the main interview where people can actually, if they go for the divorce level of donations, you can there's actually 2 options, which is a choice of healing through humor or a self-expression course, and you're really bringing those skills and that talent you have, and like really actually helping people change their lives, as it say, healing through humor. Can you say a little bit about that, please, Michele?
Yes. So just a little background on what Healing Through Humor is. It's a program that I started 2 Novembers ago. And I started at North Jersey Health and Wellness in New Jersey. And I pitched the idea to the head of the business, the doctor in charge, right? And he went with it. He said, yeah, this is great. He said, why can't laughter be actual medicine? Like, why can't patients come here weekly as a small group session or individual session, and we work on material based on their life, or we use jokes and improv to make them feel good and more productive in their day-to-day routine, because that's what it did for me. And when my background is a teacher, and I have like administrative certificates where I went to further school to get how do you create curriculum, all this stuff. I use that background to create a curriculum for Healing Through Humor. And for other courses I have developed, aside from self-expression course and Healing Through Humor, I said, well, this is silly. Why can't we offer this to people that invest in my show? Because it's going to help productivity, motivation. It's going to make maybe they have something they're working on and they haven't started it, but now they can start it and monetize off of it.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, and the thing is, I've offered Healing Through Humor throughout the pandemic. I had virtual clients, and it was great. It helps people, feel motivated through improv, creative writing, and then a plan on how do you execute this material into something that you really want to monetize from. And if you don't want to monetize from it, that's okay. Maybe it's just the 45 minutes of time that we spend together that you're creating and filtering out challenges throughout your week, right? Or things that you want to improve upon yourself. Like I did a show yesterday, and I made an opening joke based off of my frustration, which was somebody saying a comment to me that got under my skin. And I said to the lawyers, I'm like, did anybody wake up this morning and see an email and just go, right? And I knew they would relate, because every lawyer has gotten that email from the client that's like, you know, oh God, not this person again, but they have to save face. I'm like, okay. So I wanted to relate to them. And that's what the course is supposed to do, relate to your life and help you through whatever it is you need some kind of, push through.
Wow, great. And that was to the New Haven, did you say Bar Association?
Yeah, the New Haven in Connecticut, New Haven Bar Association. And I've done a lot of private events, thankfully, in, throughout the last couple of years for law, specifically for law firms or the ABA, for patients. I've done, this Healing Through Humor program has really allowed me to connect humor to anxiety, depression, people who have struggled with suicide, and made me feel like needed. And in a way that's so different than like walking a red carpet. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't matter. I really want to reach people on a wider range and help them.
And that really is just bringing it back to your GoFundMe. That really is the push behind the wanting to raise the money for the TV pilot. And just to finish off our backstory is, I think it's really good to emphasize it. It is a Divorce Diaries, a 22-minute mockumentary filmed in New Jersey and New York by Michele and her cast. And you're very upfront about what the costs are going to be. And these are the different donation levels that people can donate to. And just bringing it back up to the top here. So just to finish off our backstory today, I'd like to thank Michele from Divorce Diaries, who are live on GoFundMe to the end of June, and they're going into production in mid-June. So thank you very much, Michele. It's been a very entertaining interview. Aww. I think one of my most entertaining interviews ever. So thank you very much. So everybody get over to GoFundMe, Divorce Diaries, and let's get Michele's TV pilot off the ground. Thank you so much, Michele.
Thank you, Alan. You're the best. You rock.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Michele. And Tessa. I can't forget about Tessa. Thank you very much. Bye. Great. Well done.
Oh my God, you're making me tear up. That was awesome.